Hello, one and all. My name is Kamar Taylor, and welcome back to another new and exciting episode of the Rotted Show. It's Friday. The week seemed to be going by so friggin' fast. I'm almost like not certain if this is a real world. There has to be some glitch in the matrix. I tell you, things are going by so fast, so quickly. As you quint morning, when you go out your bed at night time, it is just absolutely crazy. I hope all of us are doing well in our individual location. I hope that you are COVID free amidst all that is happening here in Jamaica, which is never a dull moment at all. First and foremost, let us talk about JPS. So, it is understood that JPS customers will see an increase of nearly 8% or about $500 on their electricity bill this month. At the end of this month is due to the fact that the Jamaican dollar has devaluated by $8. So in less than a month, the Jamaican dollar has devaluated by $7 rather. I'm just beyond shock right now. I remember those good old days when it was really bad when the dollar was 1 to 50. But looking back at it now, I'm thinking of those days fondly. The Jamaican dollar is nearly or is set or is coming up to be at 150 to 1 US dollars. And if you are wondering how will this affect you, well, case in point, if you are in Jamaica and you are paying light bill, well, you can clearly see where it will affect you. And not only that, it will affect the cost of food. It will not only international things that we import, but things that are here, because the dollar is linked and tied to so much things. So like JPS said, this is a direct result of the fall in the value of the Jamaican dollar, as in the past month. Most of the material needed for electricity generation, like I stated just before, distribution is bought with US dollars. So the movement in the value of the Jamaican dollar has an impact on cost of electricity, says JPS. So again, expect unfortunately an increase going forward. And there's a lot of talks out there right now that with people saying, well, how can the gas price be a factor in terms of the increase that is happening in Jamaica, considering that we have a global pandemic. Gas price has gone down significantly. So how is it that JPS has not positioned themselves in a way to ensure that its customers benefit from the fall in in fuel and petrol globally? So those are some of the questions that JPS needs to answer. It is what it is. So people only just have to just brace themselves for the pending increase, and that is just what it is. It's crazy. Now, like I said, there is a lot of things happening in Jamaica, particularly with this whole COVID situation. As the day goes by, the numbers increase. So we just have to do our part in ensuring that we keep safe. You know, wash your hands, do the social distancing, wear your mask in moderation. You don't have to have it on your face all day, every day, 24/7. But be smart and be proactive in how you go about doing anything in moderation, or anything done overboard can cause damage in some way, shape, or form. So just be mindful of how you use the mask. You don't want to use it to a point where you are suffocating. And I'm seeing where people are actually fainting, gasping for air because they have the mask on their face 24/7s all day, every day. They are the breeze, the air, the fresh air is out there for us to breathe. It's just that whenever we are in confined spaces like the supermarket or wherever, but if it's a case where you have your own office, or if it's a case where you don't need to have it on in your own home, why the hell would you? But that's just my take. I like I said, I believe strongly that there is a glitch in the matrix, and it will soon and forever be exposed. So now, let's talk about this 16-year-old Norville Antonio, who was gunned down, slapped away, or murdered, whichever way you want to call it, by senseless, mindless criminals. And based on what Nerval's grandmother is saying, three grown ass men, decided to take this boy's life over some egg trays. Yes, people, they decided that they are going to kill this little boy, 16-year-old, who not start experience life yet, over empty egg trays. So according to his grandmother, 2 weeks ago, Nerval went to deliver some eggs in a section of the community called Rima, and most of you would have known that Rima is reputed to be a garrison, to be an area that is highly volatile. It is what it is. People live there nonetheless. So, like I said, 2 weeks ago, when he was going to deliver the eggs, this brother, who the family knew, but for whatever reason, decided that he might go hold on to the empty tray of eggs and tell the youth, say, yo, you not get it back. Long story short, this youth, promising young man, I would say, who, based on what his grandmother was saying, he was hoping to become a police officer. She asked him to go look at her car that was damaged, and when he went outside, he was approached by three armed men, one who opened fire, hitting him in several locations. Over some tray eggs. And the unfortunate side of this story is that he died meters away from where his mother 6 years ago was stabbed to death. Boy, I tell you, some of these stories really take a toll on your mental faculty, because here you are thinking what it is about our society that makes us feel that violence is the way and the only way to resolve matters. I don't get it, and I don't think I really want to get it. It is just mind blowing and confusing how people operate.
Imagine, una father, and una tell me say something like this go down, and una put out the two individual them, una have them back lock, come on man. We are all parents and una have children too. 15-year-old and say, una do organization and I run the place and a big old man. Oh God man. Una uphold with slackness.
Another story that I wanted to talk about also is the hundreds of ship workers who would have arrived back home on Tuesday after high tense sea standoff between the Jamaica government and the Royal and Caribbean Cruise Limited. Now, it is understood that, well, it's not understood really. The ship has docked in Falmouth Pier on Tuesday, and persons will be disembarked, and some was disembarked today and is slated to go to the Bahia Principe Hotel, where they will be processed and tested for COVID-19. And yeah, it is understood. I was getting some bad news that a pregnant woman on the ship lost her baby, be it due to distress or whatever it may be. All of this affected her physical and mental, I'm going to say, state of affairs, to the point where she lost her baby, which is rather sad, which is rather unfortunate. And you know, the government is in a precarious position, I would say, because here it is that damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because at the end of the day, yes, everybody is hoping, it wants everybody to come home. Everybody wants these people to come home. I, for one, want them to go home and be reunited with their family. That's the good thing to do. But we have to allow good sense to prevail. What if it's the case where somebody on the ship is infected or affected by this virus, and this is 1,000 people, and I don't have to be stabbed or friggin' shoot to know that it hurts. I've seen it too many times, and I said that to say the government is can do so much and no more where contact tracing is concerned. And we can see now where the numbers are slowly or steadily decreasing, and that's a good sign. But we don't want to be foolish and foolhardy and emotional in decisions like these. And it will ultimately affect the objective of having a COVID flattened curve. So we just have to be careful, mindful, and understanding that there is, and I'm not taking up for the government because them lying rotted, that I am hoping that there is a method to the madness, and we cannot just allow these people to come off the ship and just go about their daily duty. We, as the people, we as the government, or the government as a duty to the nation to ensure that it is safe. We also saw a couple days ago where they found a friggin' makeshift burial ground where criminals would take their killings and bury them at a particular location. I have the full story for that, so just take a listen. Shocking images revealed a mass burial ground here in Jamaica, as 5 bodies have so far been exhumed from a shallow grave alongside Near Gully Bridge in an area called Danger Island in Washington Gardens in St. Andrew. The revelations have sent shockwaves across the world, with some people still in disbelief. It is understood that lawmen were informed that numerous bodies were buried at the location. The densely forested area, which is also a perfect feeding ground for vultures and surprisingly a playground for children, is said to be a makeshift burial ground for human remains for years. According to sources, the bodies discovered could be the remains of 4 Clarendon men who went missing on April 7th, although 2 of the vehicles in which they had left the parish with have been found. Missing are 40-year-old Cavan Graham, a business operator, and 30-year-old taxi operator Omar Bennett, both from Rocky Point. Also missing is 33-year-old Ricardo Mathra, a sound system operator, and 40-year-old Roy Hamilton, both of Longwood in Racecourse. I mean, what savage are we living amongst, really, for somebody to have that kind of mental fortitude, that kind of mental capacity to kill somebody and bury the evidence. I know, yes, of course, that it is not novel to Jamaica. There are crazes all over the world, but for a country that is so small, some of these murders are just unimaginable, I tell you, people. Oh boy. Yeah. So I just wanted to quickly make a video to break the ice as it relates to content that I need to produce on this platform. I am working diligently to change up a few things. I will definitely be going back on the live train very soon, but I'm hoping to iron out a few things on the back end. Anyways, enough of me talking or ranting. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet done so. And I'll see you next time.